Sewa Ayi. Thank you for joining me. Today I bring you a synopsis of Word of Inspiration for Sunday, December 10th, 2017. Today's message was entitled Defining Your Vision, Part 3. My text was taken from Acts chapter 13, verse 36. It reads that, and David, after he had served his generation according to the will of God, fell down and slept and went to be with his fathers. The goal of the message was to let you know that in your time, in your generation, God will fill you with wisdom and talent to serve your generation. It's all about service, but it's about your talent. See, in part one, I had talked about how God can use your response to a social, economic, or political crisis in your local environment to fulfill your vision. He will place you in that situation at that time to answer that call to fulfill your vision. In part two, I talked about how God will use the things that you love, your desires, your natural inclination to do something to direct you. In part three, I looked at how God will specifically fill an individual with wisdom to be able to achieve something. David was called to be king at age 17. And the next 13 years, it was a struggle to become king because Saul wanted to kill him. He became king at the age of 30, and he was king for almost 40 years. And during those 40 years, there was a lot of battles that he had to fight. But here's how your vision will tie in into somebody else's vision. God gave him 3 men who were his right-hand men who helped him to fight these battles. They literally gave up their lives for David. Now, at the end of David's life, he wanted to build a temple for God. In fact, he got almost everything ready. And God said, no, that's not part of your calling. That's not part of your vision. Your son Solomon is going to build a temple. And so in First Chronicles 28, he gathers everybody, all his leaders, and tells them, my son will build a temple. Second Chronicles 2 sees Solomon saying, and Solomon was determined to build a house for the Lord. And so, you know how many people he needed? 3,600 project managers, 80,000 people to bring wood, and almost 10,000 workers. And it was a multinational effort. He sent to the king of Tyre and told him, I need wood, but I also need a man who is cunning in silver, gold, the working of wood, who can work together with my men. Collaboration. Are you the one who has been called to collaborate with another country to effect something wonderful for your generation? Maybe you're the one. Because in Exodus 31, we also see God telling Moses to build a tabernacle. And he said specifically, I have called a man by the name of Bezalel, and I have filled him with the Spirit of God. I have filled him with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in the working of all kinds of craftsmanship. That man can work with gold, silver, bronze. He knows how to set stone in places. And I have given him another man called Aholiab to help him. And in addition, anyone who has a stirring of the Spirit of God. And so some talent is supernatural. God has filled you with that wisdom to serve your generation in your time. Will you respond? Today, there are many needs around us, and maybe you have a natural talent. God is calling you to respond. Will you say this after me? I am a winner. I am more than a conqueror. God has a vision for my life, and He knew it before I was born. And He's filled me with wisdom, with knowledge and understanding to fulfill that purpose. And I will not die until I have fulfilled my purpose. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. God richly bless you. Please join me again tomorrow. And today's message was Defining Your Vision, Part 3. Thank you.